That's the Baconator, huh?
John likes Baconators.
I want to take a picture of you sitting up there on your ledge. So did you enjoy having a hog project this year?
I haven't had it.
Oh, you didn't get to this, your brother's. Oh, okay. But you're helping out. All right.
Anna just named it Bacon.
Just named it Baconator.
Baconator, stop it! We're throwing it into my shoe. Yep, I haven't been out.
Good evening. I certainly like to appreciate you for letting me come down and be with you this evening. And I know it may take a little more time here, but what I'm trying to do also is find a couple to come back from showmanship. So there at the beginning, and those in the back are listening, or got a little bit more of an advantage over you probably. So I apologize, this first class, but this is also part of learning how to show. When you first come in, what I'm really trying to do is find out who I'd like to bring back from showmanship. And I'm not exactly concentrating on the hogs, but I want everyone to understand that the reason we do showmanship is to show your hog. If you go to an open show where you show these animals to be sold for breeding stock, which is where this whole showing thing started with, your main purpose, your goal in life when you're in this ring is getting this hog where the judge can see it. Getting the judge to see all angles of the hog. You don't want to be right on top of him. You don't want to be way back on the rail. You want to be kind of in the middle of the ring. You want to be 10, 15 feet away from him. So just kind of explaining what I'm doing there to start with. But as I analyze the hog tonight, there's one that really seems to stick out to me. The hog I want to start with this evening is the young man right here in the middle. This hog seems to be really put together well. I like the fleshing on the hog. These days now, we've got to get flesh on these animals. 10 years ago, we wanted them really lean. We wanted the hard muscle on. We're gonna make the pork better because we're gonna make it leaner. But what we did was we made it without any taste. So the last several years, we brought some fat back, we brought some taste back, and what we want is we want hog with cover. And anybody ever raised hog knows you want a hog that's got a little cover on. They get up, they get their heads in the feeder, they grow up to 250 pounds a lot quicker. That's the kind of animal we're looking for. If you analyze this animal, got good spring and rib, really bold through his chest, and it's just as bold through his chest as he is on his rear. And that's kind of animal we're looking for today. That's probably moderate frame. That's kind of where we want the frame at. He's probably just right where he needs to be. He could get a little bit bigger, but I'm not sure how much his frame is going to hold up on that. But we're going to start class out with that young man there with the blue. You've got different types and kinds you want to go with. You've got some maybe a little heavier muscle. We got to remember when we judge these hogs, we got to judge them from the ground up. These hogs have got to be sound, they got to be mobile, they got to be functional, and yet we've got to have plenty of muscle in these animals to be able to walk and to be able to mark and hang up on a rail. And as we go along here, we look at our second place deal. Today is going to be the young lady back here in the back. Now, one thing I'd like to change about her, she's not ideally exactly what we want, but she's definitely good enough. She's got an expressive enough muscle to put her up in second place tonight. We'd like to give a little more feel in her flank. Maybe give a little more spring or rib to her. She's really got to appreciate when you get over the top shape that she showed. She's got a really good rump shape. We would like to make it a little longer, maybe heat it up just a touch, get that ham loin jump for a little better option on her, but she also gets some blue today. Rounded out in the third today is the young lady on the back with the blue butt. Right now, I don't have numbers here, I'm sorry. Young lady with the blue butt pig right back here in the back. Now, this is a big look at, and she's not the heaviest muscle pig out here, but she's sound, she's full. She sits on a good feed, good bone. We've got to have a good even-toed animal, and she's put together right, and she's also going to be blue. As we analyze on down, you got to ask yourself what you want to do with some of these things. And there's a young lady right here in the middle with the other blue butt pig out here that we're going to use next. She's also going to get a blue because that pig is just not quite as fresh and not quite as big as some of the others. Maybe she's a younger pig, I don't know. But she's still got good fleshing to her. You might just give her a little more expression of muscle, maybe throw a little fat to her to give her that little bit of cover that she needs. And we can move her on up today, but definitely good enough to be getting a blue. Next, we're going to come up with a young man right here. This bear, when he came out to me, really intrigued me in that he is just loaded with muscle. If you look at him walking away from him, he is just really powerful walking away. But with the structural problems that we see on this animal, we're going to have to use him as a red. We just really like to free him up in his movement. As I said earlier, you really got to have these animals that's got to be able to walk and be functional. And I see he's got a dew claw problem here, and that may be part of it. But we really got to appreciate the amount of muscle this animal does possess at this time. Then we look back at our black pig right over here, also with a red. This pig here's really got a big top, guys. If you look at it, she's got a really big explosive top on her, but she really just gives away on you when she goes away from you. You're allowed to just expand her in the rib, maybe just square her out of her rump, and just give her overall a little more mass, and just outpower today from the ones above her. And we're going to round it out with the black pig here, and it's a lot the same thing with the black pig here in the middle. Just a really good design pig, but you really like to take and just level it from point of shoulder to the hip. We'd also like to give her just a lot more back down here, but still warranted enough for a red today.
Young people have been raising these pigs for 100 days, and tonight they bring them in the ring to show them off to our judge, Mr. Corey Henderson from Waycross, Georgia. These pigs range in age from 222 to 226. They're practically all the same size. This is our second class. We just finished the first class. This is our second class in this 9th annual show. These pigs have been pinned up, so they're going to run and rip and rear a little bit, but they'll slow down, and these young people will catch up with them and show the pig the best of their ability to our judge, and he'll pick a winner. Participates in cheering on the varsity cheering team and for the high school competitive cheerleading in Jacksonville to Florida First Class Athletics. Glad to have her with us. We're going to get pictures of these champion pigs and Miss McDuffie before the night's over with. It's one thing to win this show and the honor that comes with that, but it's also going to be an honor to have a picture with Miss McDuffie. So we'll look forward to that.